Hi, this is Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Leatherface from Fortnitemares. So let's get in there at the top. He's got a big head of hair, so I'm going to go in there, sort of pop a dot there in the center, and then I'm going to kind of just draw some crazy sort of rounded hair, just sort of wiggle with the pen about a bit. So I've got crazy head of hair, comes sort of down around the sides a little bit like that. So I've got this like crazy amount of hair coming out. A little bit of a fringe, so just going to draw some like nice little curved bits around there, and then I feel like that's quite a good start. Then we go into like the mask area, yeah. So this comes down around this way. So I'd say it probably comes down to about here. So I'm just going to take the pen, come down from the side here, sort of bring it out and around, at the top like that. Sort of quite uneven. Maybe like a little chin in there. And then he's almost got like it's almost like little ear bits on the edge, which is probably part of the mask as well. Cool, now I've got that in. Let's work out the rest of him. So he's wearing a shirt and tie, so I'm just going to put a little dot there. That's going to be the center of like the shirt area where it tapers in. And then from that, I'm just going to bring my pen out around either side like a little curved V. Then he's got his collar coming out, so the collar's coming out from sort of the lower part of the mask. So I'm just going to bring my pen out there and in. This side, sort of bring my pen out a bit more, and in like that. And then you've got sort of another little sort of chip out either side. That kind of just joins in to that area there. Okay, he's wearing a tie, so let's just pop a tie in. So I'm going to do a little line there and then sort of taper it in either side. Bring it in there, sort of like the front of the tie. Just show the edges of the tie going around that, so just draw a couple of little diagonal lines. And then it's got like a short tie coming over the top of the overalls. So I'm gonna, let's say, pop a little dot there, sort of come down about that far. Then all we need to do is sort of taper out there, sort of taper out this side. Yeah, so get up to this point and give yourself a little bit of room to then come back on yourself and hit that dot with like almost like a little arrow shape there. Cool, okay. Now I've got those bits in. Let's look at now just placing the shoulders. So it's got quite big rounded shoulders. They come sort of right around this way from the collar area. So kind of like just go above the collar, just bring your curve in and around like that. Same on this side, sort of come out from above the collar, sort of come out and bring your pen down, sort of round it around this side, around that side there, okay? So now I've got those bits in, so the arm's gonna come down this way. I'm gonna go in a bit and just work out where the inner part of the arms are. So probably just come in about this far, just put a dot there, maybe about sort of to here, sort of put a dot there, then we can work out sort of the upper torso areas. We come down to the sort of the upper midsections of the torso. So his belly's probably about this point. So we kind of initially come in a little bit where we just put the dots. So just bring your pen in a little bit, sort of taper it in, just a little tad. Then we're going to bring it out where his belly is. So it kind of sort of comes back out and around like this. This side, sort of same thing, comes out and then sort of brings itself like back in where the belly would be, right? Kind of like pinches sort of about here. Sort of in that sort of point there. Okay, now I've got that in, I can work out sort of the rest of his sort of overall, sort of the apron he's got on. Probably comes down, probably comes down like kind of this far, maybe. So all I have to do now is sort of work out, I'm gonna draw sort of tapered lines outwards and downwards as well. So get your pen here. Just sort of taper outwards, come along that way and down. This side, sort of start about there, taper it out, nice sort of taper out that way. Then what we need to do is just put a little curve in. So just slightly like an even like curve around where the bottom of that apron goes, okay? Just gonna sort of reiterate those lines a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I've got those bits in now. Just got a little hint of trouser and his boots underneath. So we come down here. The first sort of trouser leg is probably about this point. So sort of come in, sort of about this point here. Just draw like a nice sort of rounded sort of area around and up. On this side, similar sort of thing. So start around this point, get your pen, sort of bring it around there and upwards there. Okay, so those are the ends of the trousers. Now I'm going to do the boots. So the boots are kind of just coming down this way, sort of to about this point. So it kind of like come in, sort of almost like a bit big for him. So just a couple of little wobble lines there. Then bring it down to maybe a heel area there. And then we can just bring it out. So the top of the boot is there, bring it out to the footer area, come around and then back to the heel there. And on this side, similar sort of thing, the foot's going to come out this way. So bring our sort of boot down this way. Again, there's sort of a couple of little sort of wobble lines like that. And then we can come out this way. So just bring your pen out sort of around that way to the base of the foot, sort of the ball of the foot, and then come into the heel area and up there. And I suppose at this point we can just sort of just draw in a bit of a black sort of sole on the boot area there. There we go. You've got like the body coming down to the boots there. Right, let's draw the arms in. So it's got sort of quite big arms. This kind of shirt is almost like short sleeve. So let's just draw that in. So sort of the arm sort of comes out, sort of tapers out there. And then the short sleeve comes inwards, sort of there. And then just before the edge of the belly, I'm gonna bring that up to the edge of the arm. This side, I'm gonna actually come into the arm area so it sort of comes downwards, sort of that way. Then we're gonna sort of taper inwards around here and it kind of just goes into the arm around there. Okay, so like I say, like quite chunky arms. Then he's got sort of the just the base of the top of the arms and the forearms. So I'd say the crease in the arm is probably sort of around here and around sort of there, right? So now I've got that in, I kind of know I need to come down a bit more over side. And then I need to kind of just bring my pen around, sort of taper it out and inwards to the wrist. On this side, inwards and taper it out, sort of curve out and then taper in. This side, similar sort of thing. So we're going to just bring the arm down either side again. Then we're going to kind of come down this way. So just bring your pen out and down and taper in. And the outer part, do the same. We'll come out a little curve and taper inwards towards the wrist. So it's got like quite sort of chunky forearms. Right, so the hands themselves, I'm just going to come out from this inner part here, just bring my pen out, just draw a curve around, draw a little thumb. Then I'm going to come around and then just bring it in like a little finger there and then bring my pen up. And then inside that I'm going to do 1, 2, sort of 3 fingers in there, sort of hidden away in there. This side, same sort of thing. From that inner part, just bring it in like a oval inwards that way, sort of the inner part of the hand, and then we're just going to bring sort of the finger in, come around where the knuckle will be, bring it up to the edge of the arm. Then we can just go 1, 2, 3 in there with fingers as well. Cool, okay, now I've got that outer part done. I think it's time to get a bit of detail in. So first of all, let's look at the mask. So the nose area is about here, so I'm just going to kind of just draw in the middle of that, just a little curve area where the nose would be. And then underneath, it's kind of like a cutout where his lips would be, so I'm just going to draw underneath that, sort of like a little wonky horizontal, bring it up, and then just bring it down and around, like a big sort of half circle. Then on the eye parts, there's almost like big holes in the eyes, so I'm just going to draw around sort of curves like that, sort of like an off wobbly kind of circle either side like that. It's kind of a bit of a brow, so I'm just going to bring it up either side there and almost just sort of just bring in a hint of a bit of a brow area there too. Now I've got those in, I can also just bring up the pen there where the nose would be. And then what I can do is just put an oval in at the upper area either side. Just pop in a little dot for an eye in the middle, and then just carefully put another oval either side of that for the eyes. Then in here, let's put the mouth. Let's have like quite a serious looking mouth. So I'm just gonna go in, just draw a little lip area and then just a little line underneath just for the rest of the lip. Okay. Now up here, In the hair area, I'm just going to do some little curves sort of to show the hair area off around there. So just a few little sort of curves coming out and around like that. Then I can go down to this collar area. I can just sort of fill in those little bits there. Maybe there's a little bit more of a crease on that side. As we go over to the tie, we can do the top of the apron, right? So at the top here, sort of around here, we're going to just put a horizontal line. So bring your horizontal line well around either side there. Then we're just going to taper this down. So I'm going to bring the taper sort of down this way, sort of into the belly area. So just sort of taper it out and curve it into that belly. And then it's got the apron sort of strapped. So we're just going to get 2 lines there, 2 lines there. Right. There's a bit of a pattern on the tie on the actual face part of the tie. So I'm going to go from that edge there, just draw a little curve in and up to the other edge. And then it kind of looks like curves around. So I'm going to just draw some little sort of almost like curves all the way up to that point. Cool, okay. Now, as we look at this, there's a line in the middle here, well, at the top area here of the apron. So I'm just going to draw another line in like that. Then I'm going to just sort of draw an inner box around that, just for a bit of the detail of the apron. Then this line seems to just curve in and outwards. Sort of just draw a bit of piping on the apron over side there. At the bottom of the apron, there's another bit of piping, so I'm just gonna just draw that in there so the apron's kind of done. And then with the boots, we've got this sort of curvy little bit here, so I'm just gonna pop a couple little lines in there around the boot. And then I think there's almost like just a couple of little curves up at the base there. For the shirt, I'm going to put a bit of piping in there, just on the edge of this area. Then it might be quite nice, just he's got like the shoulder areas in. So I'm going to draw sort of 2 fatter lines and the crease of the shirt. And then what we can do is sort of just draw some little thin lines in. There's a little bit of a pattern on this shirt, so we can just draw that up. The sleeves straight this way, go with the angle of the arm, and then we've got straight lines in the middle here, so let's just pop some nice sort of straight little lines in along here. And you can make this picture as detailed as you want. You don't have to add kind of so much detail if you don't want. Just all adds to the effect of the character. Right, got that in. Let's just now just go around the edges, just bump the character up, sort of give it a bit of a enhancement, make it look sort of a bit more sort of comic-y as well. So just go around those edges, or beef up those lines that we created. Around there. Just chunk up all those outer lines really. And they're nice and solid on the edge. I might just pop the line in there. Let's go around that mask area, just around the edge. Right, okay, now I've got those bits in. I think it's nice time just to pop a few little bits of shading in, sort of darker areas. So I feel like the hair's very brown, but I feel like the shadow's coming in sort of this side, the light's at the top here. So this is a bit of license now to kind of fill in some of these areas around here. It just gives an idea of the shading. Maybe there's a little bit of hatching, just a few sort of straight lines on this right hand side here. And maybe a bit of sort of shadow area going on along this area, so just pop a little line in. And again, we can sort of just bring a line under this sort of collar area. Around there, I think it's just quite nice at the moment to just add a bit of sort of depth to our character, I suppose. I'm just going to sort of draw in a few lines as well. I feel like over here it'll be quite dark. Pop that in, and then there we go. Maybe there's a few lines on that side. And it kind of comes in, the shadows are probably around here. Probably on the inner side around there. Just mark a few little lines in around him. Probably a bit of shading on this tie, so I'm gonna just sort of block in a bit of that going on there, maybe a few little lines down. Now I think there's a couple of little lines there, but I think almost need to sort of signify a little bit of sort of shading on the apron, because it's quite a wide kind of area. So I'm just going to bring the pen and sort of cross hatch down the middle there, where maybe just a little bit darker. Yeah, that's quite good. And then we'll just add a few little lines in around there, and I feel like half of the boots really should be sort of a black kind of colour, so just sort of signify that. Let's go grab the black pen now. Just pro marker that one up, a bit of a thicker edge around there. There we go. Probably that inner part there too. Okay. Also feel like you're probably going to get a bit of shading just underneath here where you've got the feet there. Just maybe just a little bit deeper than what we've got. Just a bit on there. Great, okay. Maybe there's a tad on the eyes so we can sort of just show it's a bit of a matte. Just on a few bits there. There we go. Cool, okay. Right, let's start colouring him up. Now there's quite a lot of flat colour on this one. So first of all, just going to pop in a flesh colour. Just going to sort of start populating the arms and the eyes there. Sort of the pinky flesh tone. Just block that in. A little bit of subtle colouring, I suppose, on this one. That sort of fills it in there. Then, what have we got? Sort of a bit of a darker tone. Let's have a look with this colour now. I think that might work really well with the mask area. So just sort of start populating sort of the mask area around here. Maybe just leave a little bit of light on that side at the moment. Then what I might do is just start sort of filling in a little bit. Maybe this little bit of light, maybe chipping from the left there. Maybe a little bit of light sort of chipping on from the left and the right. And then we'll just block in that colour. So just pro marker it all up around there. Got this sort of dirty apron. Just block in that colour first of all. This actually might be quite good just for a bit of shadow as well on the skin. Just get those inner bits done. That's quite nice actually. Just shade it up a little tad around there. Okay, so we'll grab a bit of a deeper, darker colour and let's have a look at that. Maybe I can just start just a hint of that in the lines of the shirt. Just a hint of that around there. Then I'll use this darker tone as well, just to go down sort of the mid section. The apron, sort of just build that colour up really. Maybe just go around the edge. Go around sort of the piping area around here. Maybe it just needs a little hint more. As we build it up. Okay. Right, okay, that's good. It's like quite a bit of that black colour Maybe I'll just get that sort of pinkier flesh tone and maybe just block in just around there as well. Cool. Okay, it's all quite sort of browny, quite conscious of that. I'm just going to do the hair, which is also quite brown. So just sort of block in that with a dark brown. Maybe there's a nice bit of light just coming off the top, so we'd have to colour it all through. And I think these boots as well, they're like this brown tone, so just block them in. And then once we've got those bits in, we can do a nice little bit of colour. So I'm gonna get a light blue first of all. I feel like the apron bits here, that can be a little bit of this blue. Might just populate a little bit of this shirt on the edges. That blue as well, just a little hint. So I pop a colour that maybe it needs on the edges. Yeah, we've got those straps filled in. Then I'm going to get myself a slightly more sort of grey blue, and I'm going to just pop these trousers in, sort of this grey blue colour. And then we've got one sort of splash of colour on this one, that's the tie. I'll get myself a nice vibrant blue. I'm just going to pop in this sort of vibrant, zingy blue. It's one thing sort of that lifts the picture really. It is a horror character, so I get why he's quite sort of dull really. Okay. Just get that to like a brown and maybe just a little hint all the way along here that it's maybe a bit darker. So I'll just block in those hatching areas a bit again. Bring it up so there's a little bit of sort of differentiation in the colouring, just a few little bits, sort of cross-hatching, things like that. It's quite nice. Cool, all right then, well, happy Halloween. That is Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hope you like the picture. It's done kind of like a comic-y effect with the horror character for Fortnitemares. So hope you like it. Let us know who else to draw in the comments, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.